College? Learn anything, anytime, anywhere education. Whichcollege.co.
Oh, fire, fire, oh, fire, call fire department. Oh, wait, never mind. Fluffy says that it's he's smudging the house. Yep, smudging the house. He's been stressing how important it is to indulge in psychic hygiene. Yep, move that energy. Well, okay, I'm gonna go over here and chew on Fluffy's foot. I'm gonna go smudge the foot so it smells better, get rid of all that bad juju. You don't want his other foot to fall off. Remember, look us up on With the Fluff. Love ya. Bye. Ow.
Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode of the Millennial Magician Archives. Today we are going to be piggybacking off the last episode. We're going to be constructing an ancestor altar, or rather I will be demonstrating to you how I construct my ancestor altar and why I put certain things on there. I'll explain their function and like how I use them spiritually, or how I use them to support the community that I'm a part of. So I hope you will enjoy it, because today we are talking about ancestor altars. one of the things that you want to make sure that you do is you clean whatever structures are going to be associated with your ancestor altar. And also any of the instruments that are going to be put on your ancestor altar are going to also need to be cleansed, both physically and energetically. So this means that you are using soap and water. You're going to make the table that you use as the platform has been cleansed with soap and water. This means that the wall that you use has been cleansed with soap and water. And this also means that you spiritually clean it as well. So I use Florida water on a washcloth. Cleanse the surface, the sides, and of course, there is a prayer aspect that starts to build up the energy on this thing right as you are cleansing it. So when you're cleansing it with the soap and the water, you are praying. When you cleanse it with the Florida water, you are praying. And the personal prayer that I use is, Hail ancestors, blood of my blood and spirit of my spirit, I know you are with me. Blessed is the name you share, and yours is the honor. I do pay homage to your struggle and give thanks for your grace. And from this point on, I'm automatically channeling some of my personal power, as well as some of the energy that I'm drawing in from any of the crystals that I have placed in my temple. Just drawing it in and starting to charge this platform. So I want it to be a right place, a productive place, a holy place for me to build on this connection, for me to work on myself, for me to work some magic. For me to find strength and peace and all of that good stuff that comes with having a good connection. Being able to do the work, as they say, which also means healing my relationship with family members, healing some issues magically that need healing, using spiritual techniques and using myself as a medium and as a conduit to, do some generational work and generational healing, and some karmic healing for myself and my ancestors, as a way of being a good descendant. I want all of that to be happening here, and I want this vessel right here to be worthy of all that. And so I put all that attention into this right here. The next thing that you get to kind of feel your way through and learn your way through is the tablecloth. If you have a tradition that says something, of course, go with that. If you happen to be watching this and you're like, oh, my tradition, tells me what to do, cool, go with that. If you don't, you can use this as an opportunity to start to practice some channeling. Pray to your ancestors and your spirit guides. Ask for them to, deliver you a message that helps you understand what color tablecloth would best help you in your work. Or use what you have. I'm going to say, okay. I go with the black tablecloth. And then this was made as a gift for me, and it reflects my relationship with the divine feminine and its participation in life and death. So that's why I went with these. That's why my ancestor altar looks like that. I do know some traditions use white, other traditions don't necessarily speculate. And then also, if you choose to use a shelf method, then tablecloth becomes irrelevant. So the very next thing after the tablecloth is, for me, some representations of the goddess and the god, which are characters and stories and mythologies about life and death, or managing the afterlife or what have you. So I have these two, the goddess and the god, who are stationed here or who are fixed here on the ancestor altar, will also be the two deities that kind of larger prayers are addressed to. So when it comes to uplifting ancestors, I call upon these two deities and their beneficial aspects, and I ask them to work with my family, my ancestors, and their afterlife and what have you, and lift them up to divinity and to aid in that work. So that's why those two are there. The next thing that I usually have on my ancestor altar is a candle holder, and a relic that I got from a spiritual ancestor, well, a spiritual elder. Interestingly enough, right in front of this candle is actually my first ongoing spell, so to speak. I had a landlord who was, pretty slummy, not super duper good on keeping the property up to date. It was pretty bad. I don't want to go into too many details or specifics. But this dude had a nerve to not give me my security deposit back when I was leaving. I was mad, so I did do some meditation and I did do a reading, and it determined that I could put my ancestors on it. I did just now notice that when I do rebuild this altar, it gets rebuilt in this order. Already with the magic shits. After that, I have these two athame that I just kind of dust off. Get them cleansed. And I put them on either side of the altar. Those were gifts to me, and very frequently I will use them to do some tune-ups on myself energetically, as well as for ritual. So next thing I have are these little skull-shaped shot glasses that I think are remarkably adorable. I can't remember if these were given to me as a gift, or if I got these as a component to something that I was buying, a liquor that I was buying, and it had these, boom, these little skeleton skulls, shot glasses. So these become offering dishes. I add some ashes from a cremated spiritual ancestor whose picture is also on the ancestor wall. That's actually basically it. Everything else that goes on this altar that I will be talking about and putting on here are personal to my practice and my relationship. and things that I've gotten from my ancestors, based off of um, meditation and channeling, and working with them specifically, or things that they said that would be helpful for me to have in using magic. So first up are pipes. Just thinking back to my family history, and thinking back to what some of my ancestors were known for, what I had known them to be doing while they were alive in some cases, I decided that I would add some pipes for them, for tobacco or any other offering that I would make. And so I found one that was like a little bit traditional, and then this other one has a skull on it. And I was just like, all right, that's cool. Like, I'll put that on my ancestor altar for sure. And I do use them to hold offerings. I have this crystal skull that is charged to hold energy that I call upon and use when I want to work some magic. Amethyst on here, of course. Some other things that I have on my ancestor altar that kind of relate to daily or weekly or monthly or like ongoing kind of fixed practices. Um, of course, I have various crystals, quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, all that on this altar. Um, so I can use their vibrations, of course, for my devotions and for magic and what have you. So I have this little piece of John the Conqueror root that I will speak to periodically and that I will feed periodically because I do have plans for it. But I am charging it here, talking to it here, and feeding it here with this moonshine. And I have a pendulum that I like to use periodically. This pendulum was also a gift to me by another witch. Then this right here is a mojo bag that I made at a workshop that I also keep here and feed here. A bell. Got this cool sensor and stand. Pentacle paten. And then last but not least, I do have this hourglass that is fixed on the ancestor altar for me for work with time magic that I do. So it's charged and it's done with that. Boom. This is how my ancestor altar looks when it is fully assembled, when it has its tools on there, when it has its mementos on there. Um, that's how we do it. This is how the ancestor altar that I have constructed looks when it is put back into its appropriate corner and when it is returned to the place where the pictures are. Alright, so now that the shrine and the altar have been reassembled for my ancestors, and everything associated with it has been cleansed, has been dusted, and has, been kind of like de-icked. And, candle wax has been chiseled off where necessary and all that jazz. The time comes to re-sanctify it energetically. And of course, that is done with earth, air, fire, and water, and prayer. Hail to you, Holy Mother Goddess, you who are the keeper of life, death, and rebirth. I call upon you to descend upon this place and help me with my working, as I rededicate my ancestor altar and continue my work with them. O beloved Father God, you who are the consort of the goddess and who collaborate on the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, I call upon you to descend upon this place and be here with me as I work to rededicate this ancestor altar to my family. Hail ancestors, blood of my blood and spirit of my spirit, I know you are with me. Blessed is the name you share, and yours is the honor. I do pay homage to your struggle and give thanks for your grace. First, I will cleanse a candle, and I will set the foundation for sacred fire. I do cleanse you, O creature of fire. I do cast out all negativity and impurities that may lie herein. I do charge, bless, and consecrate you to this work. So let it be. Then I will bless and consecrate some water. I do cleanse you, O creature of water, casting out all negativities, all impurities, and all unbalanced energies that may reside herein. I do charge, bless, and consecrate you to this sacred work. And at that time, because I had the water open, I made another offering to my ancestors. And then I have this herbal blend that I'm using for Earth here, and it's a Crown of Success blend that I also use as a candle dressing. But I use that here. I do cleanse you, O creature of Earth. casting out all negativity, all impurities, or any imbalanced energies that may lie herein. And I do charge, bless, and consecrate you to the work that I am doing, so let it be. I do cleanse you, O creature of air, casting out all negativity, all impurities, all imbalanced energies that may lie herein. And I do charge, bless, and consecrate you to this work. So let it be. The air is pure and the fire is pure. Purity into purity then, and purity be blessed. So with the water, we cleanse. With the fire, I cleanse. With this, I charge. With the air, I charge. And then with the earth, I charge. Throw some on the wall as well. Most sacred and beloved ancestors, I call upon you to descend upon this place and be here with me, commune with me, work with me, aid me in my magic, aid me in my prayers, aid me in my workings, aid me in my healings, aid me in my joy, aid me in my sorrow. Ancestors, I call upon you to be here with me now. Touch this altar with your spiritual majesty. Be a place of focus and a conduit to the work that we will do together. In the name of the goddess and the god, and by our joined wills, so mote it be. And so now I'll make a second offering. This one is going to be a whiskey. The candles, the incense, the water in the glass, and the whiskey in the glass all serve as some initial offerings to get them to notice the altar, hear my prayers, come into this place and get fed. Can ring the bell for them. Hail ancestors, blood of my blood and spirit of my spirit, I know you are with me. Blessed is the name we share, and yours is the honor. I do pay homage to your struggle and give thanks for your grace. Most sacred and beloved ancestors of mine, I call upon you to descend upon this place and receive these offerings of incense and of lights and of water and of spirits. Touch down upon this place and be welcome at this site. We will praise and celebrate and raise together. So mote it be. And so now I will leave this place. I will leave the candle lit. I will leave the tea light candle lit. I will leave the incense lit. And then once all that stuff has gone out, I will put out the central candle. And then I'll just return to the altar tomorrow to, continue my daily devotionals. I hope you found some part of this inspirational or helpful. I hope you tune in to the next episode where I do go into some short-term and long-term magical processes that I personally do at my ancestor altar. So hopefully you come back for that. And until next time, may you blessed be.